In the bustling streets of Tokyo, 1989, a quiet man named Hiroshi Takagawa published a book that no one paid attention to. It was a strange, illustrated tale titled The Cloud That Ate the Sun. Only a small number of copies were ever printed. Most were tucked away in private collections, buried in time, or discarded as just another obscure manga. But what if I told you that this book, nearly forgotten for decades, now holds terrifying secrets, secrets that align with real events in the world today? The book is not just a work of fiction, it's a chilling prediction of what is to come, and its timeline points to 2027. Takagawa's story begins with a phenomenon that can only be described as otherworldly. The sun dims, not because of an eclipse, but because it is covered by a strange, invisible cloud. This cloud blocks out the sun's rays for 72 hours. The entire world plunges into a state of panic. Crops begin to fail. The earth cools. Animals flee. And humans begin to experience a loss of time. They can't remember where they were. They can't recall the last few days. And, for some, entire years vanish from their memory. Now, let's fast forward to today. NASA and the European Space Agency have issued urgent warnings about solar activity. Experts predict that between 2026 and 2027, Solar Cycle 27 will begin, an era that will bring unprecedented solar storms, massive coronal mass ejections, and electromagnetic pulses capable of disrupting Earth's electrical grids. In simpler terms, the solar activity could cause massive blackouts, destroy communication satellites, and possibly even alter global temperatures. Coincidence? Or is Takagawa's tale more than just fiction? But it gets worse. In the next chapter of the story, Takagawa introduces a continent that weeps. The once mighty landmass begins to slowly sink into the ocean, and by 2027, it is completely submerged. Whole cities are swallowed by the rising tides, and millions of people are displaced, left to wander a world they no longer recognize. This may sound like a fantasy, but in reality, scientists have already noted the alarming pace at which the West Antarctic ice sheet is melting. In 2022, experts from the International Panel on Climate Change warned that sea levels could rise by several meters in the coming decades. 2027 is a critical year. Coastal regions across the world, from Southeast Asia to the Pacific Islands, will face catastrophic flooding, displacing entire populations. And those who live along the world's coastlines will have to adapt to a new, rapidly changing environment. Could this be the continent that weeps Takagawa described? He introduces a group of mysterious creatures called the sky beasts. These creatures do not cause death. They don't wreak havoc. Instead, they descend from the heavens and release a strange, unsettling silence upon the world. Wherever they appear, people begin to lose their memories. Psychological studies from 2023 to 2025 show a 38% increase in cases of people losing their memories without any clear medical cause. Effects have been felt particularly in high-tech, fast-paced societies, where people experience a sudden loss of identity and a disconnect from reality. Researchers suspect these strange neurological phenomena are linked to environmental changes, solar activity, and electromagnetic disturbances, as if we are all subconsciously aligned with Takagawa's prophecy, a prophecy that predicted this very loss of identity. But it doesn't end there. On the final page of his book, Takagawa leaves behind an eerie, cryptic message. It is the final key to understanding the story. It is simply a picture of a cracked clock with the words, "When they forget your name, it begins." That's it. No further explanation. Just a fractured timepiece and a phrase that haunts everyone who reads it. However, in 2021, a breakthrough occurred. Linguists and cryptographers working on the ancient Voynich manuscript, a mysterious 15th century text that has baffled experts for centuries, uncovered a phrase similar to Takagawa's. They used AI-driven language models to crack some of the manuscript's encrypted text. One of the passages reads, "Forget the face, forget the name, and the world resets." How could Takagawa have known this phrase? Was he part of some ancient, secret knowledge? Or is there a deeper connection between his book and the Voynich manuscript that hasn't been uncovered yet? Some researchers now believe Takagawa's book may have been more than just fiction. It may have been a hidden warning, disguised within the guise of manga, to alert the world of what's to come. Some believe Takagawa's stories weren't just imaginative. They were based on real, classified data that he had access to. And here's the most disturbing part. As strange events continue to unfold, power outages, mass data loss, unexplained psychological conditions, many believe Takagawa's book is not simply predicting these disasters, it's somehow accelerating them. A new study released by Harvard University has shown that the more people read The Cloud That Ate the Sun, the more they report strange occurrences. Readers claim to have had shared dreams, seen eerie coincidences in real life, and experienced a déjà vu effect when they witness current events unfolding. A pattern is emerging, and it's one that leads to 2027. A certain AI company based in Singapore recently published a report showing that in 2027, Earth will experience a global data reset, a phenomenon eerily similar to Takagawa's cloud that eats the sun. Millions of cloud profiles, stored data, and vital communications will disappear from the internet, as if erased by some unseen hand. And, as if all of this wasn't enough, there's one last piece of the puzzle. When you begin to look deeper, you start to see something terrifying. The world's top tech companies, including Google, Apple, and Amazon, have all reported unexplained data deletions, missing information, and entire digital archives vanishing without explanation. One notable incident occurred in 2022 when a massive, unexplained loss of digital data wiped out 6 million profiles from one major cloud provider. Coincidence? Or could this be the beginning of Takagawa's prophecy unfolding before our eyes? The real question is, why is this happening now? Are we being guided toward an inevitable fate that Takagawa saw? Are we blindly following a path, unaware that the timeline he predicted is rapidly taking shape? Is it possible that we are writing the future with every action, every decision we make? As we approach 2027, it becomes clearer than ever that the prophecy isn't just a story, it's a map. And if we're not careful, we could be walking right into the trap Takagawa set for us. A trap we can escape.